And we'll go over here and look at these bees. My friend Mike gave me a queen bee. Actually some frames there, hooked me up with a beehive. I put that kit together, It was a 10 frame. It was a mistake on the get-go. But I think it was price is the reason that I chose that 10 frame. I think it was a real good deal that I got on that. And it was a kit. I enjoy putting it together. But not heeding advice. And I'll tell you what, if you ever start a bee farming and somebody gives you some advice, especially a good friend, but if I had listened, made the call, but you try stuff, and I did, and I learned, and had I not done it, I wouldn't know danger. So, it's kind of like some advice, that I'm going to give you, or just kind of show you my it ain't shortcomings. It's actually it's them bees right out yonder. I got that there. I got that sugar syrup thing sitting right there on that post. That's one of them sugar syrup feeders right there. Right out there is them beehives. I mean, they in the wilderness, but my thinking, I'm gonna tell you where I'm at on this. My thinking is, them bees lives out there in the woods. you know what I mean? Actually, a bee could be right up there in that tree right there quite easily. I mean, I could have bees in one of them knot holes right there. And I'll show you why I could have bees in that knot hole. We're going to go right over here and I'll show you something. Oh, right there's a clue. See them frames I ain't dealt with yet? I mean, you have to get past that right there if you're going to be a bee farmer. Oh, them bees is working it though. See, that was the advice I was given. Just set them out and the bees will clean them up. Well, they're quite active in there. But, alas, hive-beetles. But I think I've got them at bay. I'll show you. Oh, right out there they are. Oh, yeah. We'll go out there and see them. And I'll explain to you what I've done. Had them hive beetles to the extreme. You know what I mean? Was slimed. My hive was slimed by hive beetles, to be frank with it. Hope you ain't eating supper, nothing like that right there. So, you know what I mean? My thinking was that I would, I just kind of wait on and see what happened. And I did, and it happened. So here I am now trying to make amends for it. So, and this is after my friend Mike called me and set me straight on a couple of things. That I have made these modifications hoping that I'm in the right. But, as you can see right there, they ain't nobody living in that hive right there. And a couple of days ago, there were bees in there, and every one of them bees left. I mean, I set a queen free in that hive right there out of a little thing, and popped the lid down on it, and the bees left. So, it'll happen. Somebody on that internet will imagine that if you just put a queen in there that something would happen, and it did. So, but I cleaned it. Well, there wasn't nothing to clean up. I just took the hives to the freezer. You know what I mean? The frames, you know, immediately they were in such a good shape that I just put them to the freezer to run through a cycle, and then I'll work with that. But in the meantime, there's a hive beetle right there. I'm gonna get that. I got two of them. You know what I mean? When you kill a hive beetle, you ain't just killed a hive beetle. You've killed like 1,000,000 of them. Man. But, you know, them bees coming in the evening time. It's like 6:30 or something here, I think. And, but this is the original hive with Mike's queen in there. I seen her yesterday. But anyways, what I did today is I put that second box on there. And I moved 2 frames out of the bottom up to the top. And also changed out that feeder up there, that white part there. That's a new feeder I built there a couple of days ago. And the biggest change, the change that I'm going to throw out there for discussion, you know what I mean? If you own one of them there discussion things about bees, you know, you can bring this up on the talk. And because, you know, I'm dealing with this right here in real life. You know what I mean? This is bee farming right here. But anyways, this hive down here, it's got some bees going in and coming. But it's got 2, I didn't check it today, it had 2 queen cells on the frames that I put in here, but I didn't have a queen. I mean, it was my mistake the way I did this, and I take full credit. But the way it stands now, I've ended up with 2 hives, if this works okay. And the modification was on that bottom board right there. I made that yesterday. I made that. What I made today is that bottom board right there, and it's got a screen in the bottom. And it also has a tray, which I have filled with that domesticated earth. I'll show you. It's in the front. Oh, it rained this evening, and I'll have to take a knife to that. No need to worry about it. I broke the tip of the knife off the first day. But we'll pry that out. And I'm gonna put a handle on it right there. I just couldn't find it a while ago. But anyway, this has got that domesticated earth on there. You know what it is, but okay. That's that diatomaceous-earth. I mean, this is real life right here. I mean, this ain't at the movies. But you can see that it does work. Because right there one, well, there one ain't, but right there's one of them hive beetles that's trying to get out. But he ain't gonna make it, you know what I mean? I mean, right there's one. So it does work. I'm well pleased with the, and that, I don't think that diatomaceous-earth right there goes bad, you know. I mean, it kind of gets contaminated, so you'd scoop it out, you know, but I don't like that oil too good. Man, that oil was a mess, but it did work also. But you also can see right there, I got something going on in there that they're working on. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe wax caps or something. Well, but anyways, you just shove that back up in there where it's good and tight at the back, and you know, I think that'll work really good. So on the other one, I just changed the oil tray, and I got 2 pieces of tape across there. I'm gonna take that off to show you this here, and then I'm gonna tape it back up because I have to put a board on the back of this tray, which I'll probably go do that right now in a little bit. so that it'll have a lip. When I shove it up there like that, it'll seal up tight. But in the meantime, let's see what's in there. Oh yeah. Okay, see them hive beetles in there? It's a pretty good bit of it. Okay, now them hive beetles right there is not up in the hive. They're dying. So this is actually working. But, you know, I just have to deal with them. That's all they are to it. You say, well, you got a lot of hive beetles right there. Well, I agree with you. So what am I going to do, you know? So anyways, I made that thing right there. And, I should have shoved that all the way up to the front yonder, and it'll seal up yonder, and then it seals up back here. So I'll have to put a little spacer on that. I'm glad I got that up in there like that. So, it's half inch or so. Oh yeah, I'm going to get right to that. You know. I mean, when it comes to a hive beetle, you don't put it off. I did, and learned the lesson. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they've been bringing in a lot of pollen today. Quite a bit. I mean, it's almost dark. It's going to be dark here in a little bit. But somehow I've maintained, that's a magic marker around that square hole there, you know, kind of tip them off where the opening is. That's what I'm thinking. I think, well, you know, if I did a piece of stick across through there, they won't know there's a hole in it. So I outlined it for them. You know, just doing my part. You know, there's not much activity at this hive, but there is some. See, them bees has been out doing something. So that means that, you know, it's not too bad. You know, I mean, I'm not sure there's a queen in there yet. But even if those queen cells does hatch a queen, that queen has to fly off yonder somewhere or another, some amount of space away from this hive, and then a whole bunch of them other bees has at her, and then she flies back here to that little hole right there. I mean, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? And they say we're the smartest thing on earth. Here I am standing here holding a camera looking at a beehive. Oh yeah. What I actually done was I put that layer right there on there today, and I moved up two combs out of the bottom down there that was almost completely full of honey up to the top box, and moved them two empty combs down to the bottom on the outside, each side. So I think that may entice the queen to start laying again as the bees moves the honey from the bottom, let's call it a brood box, up to the top, which would be the honey super. Or maybe it'll end up just being a double brood and put a honey super on top of that. But the white layer there is the feeder that I made. Okay, I'm going to jerk that ornamental top off and show you that feeder down in there. You know, just throw it out there for the beekeeping community. Leave a comment. Now, looking down in here, like all day long, and what I did right there is I changed that number 8 hardware cloth. I changed that down to a regular screen door screen war for that hive top feeder right there. There's a few of them down there, but now this morning when I put that super on there, whatever they're gonna call it, the feeder was completely full of bees. You couldn't see anything in there. So, but I think they're bringing in a lot of nectar and pollen right now. It's not very many in a feeder. But anyways, what I've done is I sealed that up right there with some caulking, and I filled up the whole thing down in there with that diatomaceous-earth. I don't see a hive-beetle one in there, not one. But my thinking was, you know, if you got that number 20 cloth on there, and a beetle can come and go at will. And with this right here, in effect, this whole area is sealed up now. I'm gonna give it a try. You know, a bee can't get to it. Well, I changed the inside vent to a, and when I took this whole thing apart, when I took this whole thing apart, I only saw one hive beetle. But you know, I figured I'd just go ahead and caulk everything. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. The whole reason for this whole thing here, that whole show and tell right there, is I don't think the queen in this hive is laying. The earlier video, when I disassembled this hive right here, there were no eggs, no little baby bee larvae in there at all, not one. But I seen the queen, but you know, it was 99% honey. So maybe she'll start laying now. We'll see. Hey, y'all, coming back next week. I'm gonna try to get a couple of chickens. You know what I mean? I think I'll just fence up a place back there and put some chickens in there. You know, give it a try. Chicken eat a hive beetle. Oh, there's a rabbit.